In this video, let us see how to automate LinkedIn post on multiple groups using the Python Selenium. This is the demo of the project that we're gonna do. When you run this Python script, it will open up a new browser tab where it will log in using the information that we set, and it will go to the each LinkedIn group and it will post individually to that specific group, and it will post automatically to that group by selecting the start a post, and it will enter the content automatically and publish it. It will go to all the groups that you mentioned. You can see this is the demo of the project that you see on the screen. As you can see, it automatically click on start a post and enter the content, and it will wait for 10 seconds and click on this post button. As you can see, now the post has been published in this group. After it published to this group, it will redirecting to the next group. Just give you a few minutes and it will redirect to the next group now. As you can see, after it published in the first group, it redirects to the second group here. And it will select the start a public post now. Now the content has been entered to the post and the post will be published in a seconds. As you can see, now the post has been posted in the second group. It will continue up to all the groups that you have mentioned. You can see that this is the post that it posted to this group. Let us see how to build this LinkedIn automation using the Python Selenium. With the help of this single video, you will learn everything related to the Selenium basics, including installing the web drivers and covering everything related to the Selenium basics. Let's get started. So we need to install the Selenium. For that, open up your command prompt and type pip install Selenium. It will install the Selenium package for you. As you can see, it starts downloading the Selenium module for us. Just give you a few minutes now, it will download the Selenium package. As you can see, now the Selenium has been installed successfully. After you install the Selenium, this is the project folder that we're gonna work on. Let me create a Python file now. So this is the Python file that we will work on. Before that, you need to have a LinkedIn account. If you don't have a one, just create a new one or log in using your existing information. I will recommend you to create a new one. Then we need to download the web drivers. Using the web driver only, we can open up the browser. For that, open up a new tab and type Edge drivers. You can use any drivers, Chrome driver. I will show you how to download that. Click on this first link. So this is the page to download the Microsoft Edge drivers. After this, I will show you how to download the Chrome driver. Click on this download and select the stable channel x64. As you can see, it starts downloading that. Now let us see how to download the Chrome web driver. Type Chrome web driver. Click on the first link. Before you download this Chrome driver, just update your Chrome to the latest version. After that, click on the Chrome for testing availability dashboard and select the stable version. And depending on your operating system, I'm gonna download this for Windows. So let me copy this link and paste it in the tab. As you can see, now the Chrome web driver has been downloading successfully. Let's open up the folder now. So let me extract this Chrome driver to the project folder now. Let me select the project folder now. So this is the project folder. Let's select that and extract it. As you can see, now the driver has been extracted to this project folder. Let's also extract the Edge driver. Let me select the project folder once again. Now both the driver has been extracted successfully. You can see that here this is the Edge driver. So here we have the Chrome driver. You can safely delete the driver nodes. We don't need that. Let me delete that. And also cut this Chrome driver and paste it outside the folder, and let's delete that folder now. So these are the things that we need for this LinkedIn tutorial. You can see that we have the two drivers here. Let's import the Selenium now. From Selenium, we're gonna import the web driver. And from Selenium dot web driver dot edge. If you are using the Chrome, type dot Chrome. I'm gonna use the Chrome web driver now. That's why I type dot edge dot service. We're gonna import the service class. From Selenium dot web driver dot edge, we're gonna import the options class. Then we're gonna define the driver path. Since both my Python file and the driver are in the same location, I will provide the relative path. Let me copy the name of this Microsoft Edge driver. Let me copy that and paste the thing here. Then we need to pass this driver path to the service class. Service equal to create the service object, inside that pass the driver path. After that we're gonna get the driver equal to web driver, call the edge class. Now inside this pass the service equal to service. If you are using Chrome, call the Chrome function. Then driver dot get, inside this pass the URL that you wanna open. In this case we're gonna open the linkedin.com/login. We're gonna open the login page. So we get here error. So let me provide the extension also .exe and run this file now. As you can see, a new tab has been opened, but it's automatically closed. For that we need to define the time, import the time and call the sleep function. We're gonna sleep it for the 60 seconds. Now when you run this program, you can see that now the browser is not closing automatically. It will only close after the 60 seconds. Let's go to the login now. As you can see, the tab opens to the LinkedIn login. Here we can manually select the email field and also the password field to enter the details. But when we do this for each time during the testing period, we will get banned by the LinkedIn, because the LinkedIn will easily detect we are using the bot. That's why we're gonna log in manually one time and store the thing in the cookies. We're gonna use the cookies to log in automatically. For that, we're gonna import the pickle. Using this pickle, we're gonna store the LinkedIn cookies. Let's define the function now. Store cookies. We are not going to log in each time. We're gonna log in one time manually. Then we're gonna store that cookie information. And using the cookie information, we will automatically log in next time. So let me open up a try block here. Let's copy that URL and paste that here. Then we're gonna sleep for 60 seconds because we're gonna wait for manual login. Then cookies equal to driver dot code get to cookies. After we log in, we're gonna get the cookies and use the pickle dot dump method to store that in a file. So we're gonna save the cookies as a first parameter. Then the file name will be the LinkedIn cookies.pkl. The extension should be the pkl and the file mode will be the write binary. We're gonna write this in the binary mode. So this is the code to log in manually and store that information to the cookies file. After that, we're gonna use the cookie files to log in automatically. Then in the finally block, we're gonna quit the driver. So let's save this file and log in manually. This time.sleep 60 seconds will wait for it for us to log in. So let's run this file now. So let's actually call the function before we run the file. Now run it. As you can see, we have 60 seconds to log in manually. Let me log in using my credentials. Let me use the password and click on this sign up. As you can see, now I have logged in successfully to this newly created LinkedIn account. Now just wait for the 60 seconds to end. We will get the cookie file. Just give you a few minutes now for the time to finish. As you can see, we got this LinkedIn cookie file. When you go to the folder, this is the file that we will use to log in again and again. So this is the file. Now we got the LinkedIn cookies, right? We're gonna create a new Python file. So let me copy all the thing here. Let me copy this and paste that here. We're gonna work on the new file now. This file is only for getting the cookie file. Here after that, we're gonna load the cookies. For that, I'm gonna create a function def load cookies. So let's go to the URL https dot. We're gonna go to the LinkedIn login page. After that, before that, we need to check if the cookie file is exist. For that, let's import the OS and check if the file exists or not. For that, if os.path exists, inside there pass the cookie file name. If that file is exist, then we're gonna, so cookies equal to, we're gonna use the pickle.open load method to get the cookies file. We're gonna open the file LinkedIn cookies.pkl. We're gonna open that in read binary mode. Then use the for loop to go to the cookies now. After that, we're gonna add this to the driver dot add cookie. Add the cookie now. After we add the cookie to the driver, we're gonna refresh the driver. This will refresh the page and sign in, and it will redirect it to the login page. After that, we're gonna wait for 10 seconds. Let's call the function now. This should enable us to log in automatically without have to enter the information. Let's test that out now. Let me run this Python script now. As you can see, now the browser has been opened. Just wait for a few seconds. As you can see, now the LinkedIn has been automatically redirected to the dashboard. You can see that here. We haven't entered any login information or the password. It automatically redirects to the LinkedIn feed page using the cookies file. So now we are in the home page of the LinkedIn. Before we proceed ahead, we need to join some groups. So let me open up the browser manually. Let's open up my browser. I'm gonna go to the linkedin.com. We're gonna join some group here. For that, in the search bar, just type, you can type any groups. I'm gonna join it to the Python group. Let's see if any Python group accepts us immediately. So let's select this group now and click on join. As you can see, now we got successfully joined to this group. When you look at the URL, this is the group ID. Let me copy that group ID. Here below that group IDs, I'm gonna create a list and store that group ID inside the list now. Let me copy the group ID now. We're gonna loop through this group ID. Before that, let's create another function, post to group. This will take one per argument group ID. Now let's iterate to the group IDs now. Group ID, in group ID, we're gonna call the post to group function. And after the each loop, we're gonna wait for 60 seconds. Here inside the function, we're gonna type the URL https. We're gonna define the URL in the f string, linkedin.com. When you go to the LinkedIn, you can see that we have to enter the group ID after the groups. Groups /. We're gonna pass the group that we get from the for loop. Now let's pass the URL to the get method. Now when you run this file, it should open up the developers group. Let's wait for a few seconds. As you can see, it redirects to the LinkedIn dashboard. Now wait for 10 seconds. As you can see, it successfully redirects to these developer groups. So let me stop the Selenium script. Post a post on this group. We have to select this. Start a public post. For that, we're gonna get the element. When you click on this, you can see we get the data box. First, for that we have to select this. To get the elements, right click and select the inspect and click on this element selector and place on the start a public group. So this is the element responsible for this start a public post. We have to get this element. You can see that start a public post is inside the button and inside this span. To select this element, we're gonna use this class. The class is inside the button and inside this span. When you click on this, we have to click on this public post button. For that, let us see how to click on this element using the Python Selenium. For that, we need to open for the page to load fully. To do that, we're gonna use the driver wait. For that, from selenium.webdriver.support.ui webdriver wait. And also we're gonna import from selenium.webdriver.common. We also import the by. And finally, we're gonna import the from selenium.webdriver.support. We're gonna import the expected condition as is. Now when you scroll down, let's work on this post to group function now. We're gonna first wait for 10 seconds. After that, start post equal to, we're gonna first wait for this element to load it fully. For that, let me go to the group and we have to click this element. To click this element, we first wait for the element to load it. For that, web driver wait, inside that pause the driver and the seconds you want to wait and call the until function again. This will take two parameters, driver and the seconds. Let's change that to 20. Find the presence of the element. So EC dot element to be clickable. Until the element to be clickable, we're gonna wait. The element that we wanna select, let me open up the inspect. I have already shown you. Let me get the element fastly. So this is the element. Let me edit as HTML button. Inside the button we have this span with the class truncate block text align left. Let's open up the VS again. This will take a tuple. We're gonna select the element using the X path. The path will be, so let me copy the and paste the command now. So this is the X path to select that element. We have the button here and inside that button we have the span. So button span, that span contains the class truncate block. So this is what we have here. Truncate block text align left. So this is the X path to select that element. The button contains the span and the span contains the class truncate block text align left. After we get the start post, we're gonna click on that post to open up the post editor. Let's save that file and run it now. As you can see, it's login to the LinkedIn account using the cookie. As you can see, it redirects to the group now. Let me open up this browser. You can see successfully click on the start a public post. Let's actually test on this multiple groups so that it is stable on all the groups. Let's join on another group now. Let me search for the group. Let's see if we can join on this. So it says pending, we can't experiment on this right now. We can't join any on this. Let me find a group now. So I have joined on this newly created group. Let me copy that newly created group ID and paste it in the group IDs list and rerun the Python script now. Let's see if it opens the start a post on the multiple groups. As you can see, it redirects to the first group now. We successfully open up the post editor on the first group. Just wait for a few minutes, it will redirect to the second group. As you can see, it's redirect to the second group. And it also selects the post editor in the second group also. Now let's continue working on this. Then we have to select this. Let's open up the inspect. We have to click on this to put the content here. For that, I have a copy and paste this command here. This is the command to get the post box. We use the ec.visibility of element locator. We're gonna select the element using the CSS selector. Now let's change that to single group. We're gonna work on the single group now. So when you click on this start a public post, you have to click on this to type the element. So we're gonna type post box dot click. We also need the content to publish on this. For that, content equal to this is Python testing. Let's also pass the content to the function now. Let's also add the parameters here, content. To send the content to the post box, we're gonna use the send keys. Inside the send keys, pass the content. After that, we're gonna wait for 10 seconds. So let me save this file and run now. Let us see if we can put the content in the post box. As you can see, successfully redirects to the LinkedIn dashboard. As you can see, now the content has been put inside this post box. Let's open up the VS Code. The next step will be to click on this post button. Right click and select the inspect and select the element selector. The post is located inside this. Let's select the post again. The post is located inside this button. Let's right click and select edit as HTML. So this is the class that we're gonna use, share actions primary action. The class is located for the button. So we're gonna use this class to get the post element and click on this post button. Let's open up the VS Code. After this, post button equal to WebDriver wait, pass the driver and the time you want to wait. I'll call until EC dot element to be clickable. So we're gonna select the element using its class name and the class that we wanna pass. So this is the class name that we're gonna use to select this element. Let me copy the class name and paste that here. Paste that here now. After we get the post button, we're gonna click on that. To click on this, we're gonna execute a script. So let me copy and paste the script. Driver.execute script. We're gonna click on the first argument that is present on this post button. So this will make sure that the post is clicked. After that, we're gonna wait for 10 seconds. Let's change the content to this is Selenium LinkedIn automation testing. So let's save this file and rerun it now. So this should post the content to the LinkedIn group. Let's see if we can get any errors or it successfully post the content to the LinkedIn group. As you can see, it redirects to the group now. Just wait for a few seconds. It will open up the post box, or you can see the post editor, and it will fill up the content. As you can see, now the content has been automatically filled up. After this 10 seconds, you should automatically click on this post button. You can see here. You can see that now the post button has been selected and the post successful. If you want to view this post, click on this view post. As you can see, this is the post that we have posted on this developer group using this Python script. Let's actually try to post on multiple groups. For that, we have to copy the multiple group ID. Let me copy this human resource group ID and paste it here. Let's also join and retain third group. For that, let me refresh. So I have joined on this group. Let's copy the group ID now. Let me copy that and paste that here inside this list. So let's save this file now and run it now. It should automatically post it to all the groups that we have mentioned here. We have almost finished the Python code now. This is the final part. This is the final demo, and you can see that it redirects to the LinkedIn dashboard. Just wait for 10 seconds. It will redirect to the first group that we have mentioned in the list. As you can see, it redirects to the first group now, developers. Just wait for a few seconds. It will start the post and it will fill up the content and post it in the first group. As you can see, the content has been auto-filled into the first group. It will wait for 10 seconds and it will click on this post button here. As you can see, now the post has been posted to the first group. Just wait for 10 seconds, it will redirect to the second group. As you can see, it redirects to the second group now. It will open up the post editor and fill up the content now. As you can see, now the post editor has been opened and content has been filled up. And the post has been published successfully. If you want to view the post, click on this view post to see the result. So this is how you build a LinkedIn automation post using the Python Selenium. I hope with the help of this Python tutorial, you will learn the basics of the Python Selenium. This is for this video and I will continue in the next one.